What is going on, everybody? Welcome into Across the Board here, Wednesday, August the 19th. We have a full day of baseball. Matter of fact, we got baseball starting very soon. So we have a full day of baseball, so you know we love that. Of course, got my guy here, Nick, with me. What's going on, man?
What is going on? Got a whole full day of baseball, ready to jump right into it and see if we could find some winners today.
That is for sure. Trying to get something to show sent out here. As far as recap yesterday, uh, yesterday was overall good. Ended up going 4-2 as far as units. Made a little over five. Um, did actually hit my best bet on the show with that Cardinals first five. That was pretty sweaty there. It was actually 0-0 going into the top of the fifth. And then the Cardinals did score one, and then actually held them off in the bottom of the fifth. So did get that win. Joe, what's going on, man? Glad that you can join us. Um, and Nick, yeah, man, I just like once again, man, you're actually like best bets this week. I feel like you've had great reads, and they're
Yeah,
just
it just happens.
yeah, they're just not coming through. But um, the reads I actually do like. So need to. Sorry, guys, give me 1 second. Just trying to get this sent out here.
happens to the best of us here.
But yeah, we're going to jump right into it though. First game up, we're going to talk about those Braves and the Twins again. This is basically a pick'em game currently, with a total of 8.5. Um, what is going on, chat? See some more. Gabriel, what's up? First time I think I've seen you. Yep, we're talking Braves first thing here. For the Braves, they got the guy back, man. Mr. AJ Smith Shaver. Um, he's only pitched in actually one game this entire season. And that was what? That was like 3 weeks ago now. That was versus the Mets. He went just over 4 innings, gave up 4 hits and 2 earned runs. Um, then they sent him back down, and honestly, he's been pitching very well. Um, they've just been giving him plenty of time. It just hasn't been a rush thing uh, for actually him because they want him to be one of their main arms. So there's definitely been no rush there. But I absolutely love everything that I've been seeing from him, though. Then on the other side, the Twins are throwing out Mr. Taj Bradley, 9-5 on the season, 3.98 ERA, 1.29 WHIP. Overall, Taj, like we've talked about, he's had a pretty good season. He really has. But he's seemingly to start to give up more hits now. He's just walking more actually guys. Just there's a lot of guys on base. He's just giving up more actually runs. Um, guys, the Braves bats are cold. Um, uh, it's like weird how like everybody has just seemingly gone actually cold. But actually that is actually what we have going on here now. Um, but I'm doing it again, guys. I am back on the Braves here. Give me Braves. Give me the money line here. As far as the pitching, as far as the starter, I do think that the Braves they have the edge there. Um, and then the bullpen, they actually have a massive edge, especially in today's game. Like massive edge there. And if the Braves bats are gonna wake up actually like anytime soon, I would think it would be today. They're also trying to not get swept. This is the third game in this actually series. The Braves in actually game like threes of series. They are on a crazy streak currently. They actually haven't lost a game three of a series in quite a long time now. That's not really how I cap games, but it is an interesting stat there. Um, yeah, this was a tough bet to make, to be honest. But there was too many things pointing me towards the Braves, and we're only getting this like price just because just actually because they haven't been scoring runs. So at the end of the day, I just think this is actually a super cheap price here. But Nick, tell me why you're not going with the Braves today.
Um, this Braves team, man, it they basically just kind of fell like off a cliff a little bit. And it was kind of a fastball, not like a kind of ease into it. Like basically
Yeah,
everyone just fell off and kind of just stopped hitting. Not really striking out a lot either. I gotta be honest, I haven't been watching too much. I don't know. I can't grade them on their at bats, so I don't have I don't have visual on that.
it hasn't been as bad as you would think.
Yeah.
They seem to be like working counts well still.
Okay.
Like they're not just going up there and just swinging and grounding out.
So it's more so the ball's just not falling.
Yeah, like they are still working counts and like they are still getting guys like on like base.
That's what I had to take because they're not
So
striking out a lot. I
yeah,
don't know if it was like weak contact that they're getting or they're just not the hits just aren't falling. I'm glad you kind of told me that because then I think I'm gonna have to lead in the Braves again. Especially with this bullpen. Schwarber's probably not gonna go more than 70 pitches, 75, I would say is the top max. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 60 if his first start and basically the whole season, besides one. So he's gonna have a smaller pitch count here today. They're definitely gonna limit that, which actually gives you more of the Braves bullpen, which is kind of what you want, um, in a sense, unless you're seeing Chris Sale or whatever. Because the Twins bats, they haven't really been doing much either. I mean, these haven't been high scoring games here. And the Braves just need to tack on a few. And they might be able to put this game away early because I'm not too big on the Twins bats here. I might have been thinking like under 8.5 as well. Um,
yeah,
they're leaning it to the over 8.5, which needs to tell me, it has to tell me that they're expecting the Braves to kind of wake up here.
exactly.
Um, because this doesn't go over with the Twins. I just don't see them unless they somehow really get to Shawver early. Um, that's the only way it kind of gets over here. They're not going to get to the bullpen because the Braves will kind of just rotate guys and make sure it doesn't get too crazy. So they'll have to put up a good amount for this to go over here. Um, so give me the Braves here, man. Give me the Braves. I might just take some run line here for some juice because they're due to wake up. Um, and again, the Twins secured the series already. So there's really no need. I mean, unless they just want to keep winning a couple games here. They've kind of secured the series here. So this could be a throwaway game, and maybe they look ahead. Um, Here, so give me the Braves as
Well,
well.
glad you jumped on the same side with me there. As far as their actually lineup today, it like looks good. I mean, it's tough to say it looks good when they've been cold, but I mean, as far as a lineup that actually they could put out though, this is their top one. So,
Yeah,
um,
because they see San Diego, they see the A's, the White Sox, Detroit, White Sox, Detroit. Those aren't going to be easy series here. So, and those would be the more important games for them to win. So this might be a look ahead for them. Might be one of those spots where they kind of okay, the game gets out of hand. Whatever, we got bigger series up to deal with.
yeah, definitely agree. Going with the Braves here. Next spot up, we're going to talk about another afternoon start here. We're going to talk about those Diamondbacks and the Red Sox. I think there's a lot of interesting things to talk about here. Red Sox minus 160 home favorite here. We got a total of 8. Um, Diamondbacks throwing out Brandon Pfaadt. Gosh, he's been pitching well. 7-1 on the season now, 3.11 ERA, 1.13 WHIP. I don't believe he's given up a run in 4 starts now. As far as innings, I think it's 30 something at actually this point. I mean, he's just been pitching great. Then for the home team, Red Sox got the lefty Peyton Toll on the mound, 8-6, 2.97 ERA, 1.06 WHIP. He has also been pitching very well. Both of these guys are guys that I want to back. But Nick, what makes this interesting is the Diamondbacks have some, I guess you could call it off the field, even though it's technically affecting them on the field. But they do have some off the field stuff. Do you want to break down kind of like what's actually kind of going on there?
Yeah. So if you guys don't know, Kettle Marte basically became a no-show for the first game of the series. There's the game before that, he left with a so-called injury. There was talks that he was still out that night. Maybe he went out too late, hungover. It seems that he has a little past history of this, and again, I'm not gonna say that I know everything about this or whatever, but there are a lot of reports coming out saying he has some like mental. He's almost like Dennis Rodman per se, where he needs these feeling of moments where he's not tied into a team, right? Sometimes people need that. I get it, right? You're over here playing 162 games and it's getting too repetitive for you, and you got to feel the need to let it out. Um, so they sent him. Reports came out. They asked the manager that they sent him back to Arizona for an MRI on his knee. Um, doesn't make sense because Arenado went down and he got an MRI in Boston right there. So
Yeah.
there's some things they're saying that basically Ketel Marte quit on the team. Actually, I saw another report that came out today that Ketel Marte texted Perdomo, the shortstop, but he hasn't texted back the coach yet. There's a lot of weird things going on that really seems to be affecting this team because I mean that's your star guy and he's acting out, or maybe not acting out. I don't. Again, there's no actual exact report, so I'm not gonna be the guy to make up stuff. I'm just telling you what I've been hearing, and you guys can make your own stories out of this. The weird stuff, weird situation going on. He's not there with the team. He actually is back in Arizona, so called. Maybe he's in the DR. I don't know.
I was about to say, I feel like he's on a beach. He's got some girls. He's chilling.
Whatever it is, he's not here. And the team is definitely taking a toll on the team, and it sucks because they're right in the middle of a wild card playoff race.
Yeah.
The coach is kind of trying to do some PR stuff here. It seems like to kind of save the face, like they're not internally compl- blowing up essentially here, and this is not good against the Red Sox team that just needed this almost right. They almost got kind of bailed out because they were kind of on a little slump here, and now they're facing a team that is having these battles. Their pitchers aren't pitching well, and they're just putting up runs, and they are taking full advantage of it. And they're going and this is kind of maybe get the Red Sox back on the right track here because again they lost 2 series back to back. Everyone was like, "What the heck?" We thought the Diamondback series would be tougher for them coming into it, but again, no one expected Ketel Marte to do what he did. And here we are. We got a very interesting game here with two very good pitchers, I would say. Two pitchers I wanted to back. In this game, man, I think I've been in sports locker rooms before, and I know when teams are kind of internally trying to battle out of some weird shit, and I want nothing to do with it. Because by the numbers, this is a line that should like okay. By the straight numbers, this should be something where the Diamondbacks might even be favored, um, in a weird way, even though it's not home. PFAT's just been that good. Um, Diamondbacks have been the number one team against Peyton Souls picks mix and everything over the past month. By the numbers, this should be a Diamondback spot here, but everyone knows. I mean, this is kind of blown up now. Ketel Marte is affecting this team somehow, some way. Um, and I personally just want nothing to do with it.
I got you. Well, I do want something to do with this game. As far as actually Peyton Toll, like we just talked about, he's been pitching so well. And now with actually Marte out of this lineup, I'm actually thinking he can handle this actual lineup fine. Then on the other hand, Fott, he's been pitching great. Give me the first 5 under 4 runs here.
Yeah.
You can actually get that at really low juice. It actually was at plus 100 a second ago, but now it looks like the best number you can get is minus 103. If you want to pay the juice to get under 4.5, you can. There are some books hanging that, but you got to pay like a minus 135. I would actually rather just actually play the 4 at actually much less juice. And if it's a push, then hey, it's a push. But yeah, that's gonna be my play for this game. Though, give me that first 5 under 4 runs. Chat. If there's any certain games you want to talk about, if you have any questions about actually anything, just in general, make sure to throw them in the chat and we'll get to them.
It's like my Twitter heard me because the first tweet I see now. So Ketel Marte's agent updated MLB Network, I guess. He's currently managing a personal matter, so he's not even managing his knee, and will be undergoing an MRI on his knee tomorrow. I'm guessing that's today. Well, tomorrow for tomorrow. He appreciates the unwavering support, fans, teammates, Diamondbacks, and the coach. He remains optimistic about his recovery and looks forward to returning to the field to contribute to the team as soon as possible. I
Nice.
don't know. He's not even tending to his knee, which
I was about to say, yeah, that kind of tells you everything you need to know.
yeah.
Um,
So I think even a bigger thing too, without Arenado in that lineup and him, I think Toll can definitely because Arenado's been actually a really his splits for lefties. I mean, he's been a scary hitter too against some lefties. I think that also helps the under here. So I do like that bet. I'm just personally staying away from all this game because I hate hoopla.
I hear that. Got Patty in the building. What's up, Patty? Glad you can join us. Guys, Patty dropped his first solo golf breakdown. It is actually on the channel here. Got to give a shout out to him, man. He is, as far as the first round leader, he's at 3 out of the past 6. Um, for those that don't bet golf, that is crazy. Like I can't even put that into like how crazy that actually is, because these are big plus money wins. Like these aren't small. Like these are plus 5,000 to plus like 9,000, wins here. So to hit 3 out of the last 6, it's just nuts. But anyway, today that is actually not just for VIP. He's actually made a video breaking it down. So make sure to check that out here on the YouTube channel. But moving on, this is a game. This was the game. Like I'm always really ready to talk out a game. Like actually with you, Nick. Like there's always at least one a day where I'm like, I really like something, but I need to talk this out. And this is the game. Yankees at the Orioles. Yankees, the small road favorite here, minus 120. Got a total of 9. This is a 9.5 at actually some books, but it's a 9 at like half the books. So it just actually depends on what you want to do there. It depends on where you want to bet this. For the Yankees, they're throwing out Will Warren, 8-6 on the season, 4.42 ERA, 1.41 WHIP. As far as Will Warren, I'm just going to put it simply. I just don't trust him currently. I'm going to leave it at that for right now. Then on the other side, for the Orioles, we got Chris Bassett, 4-4 on the season, 5.11 ERA, a very high 1.62 WHIP. Last time out versus the Rays, that was his first start in a little over 2 months. He did go 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, walked 3, and gave up 2 earned. To be honest, he is also somebody that I don't really trust. But before I say anything else, Nick, I would love to hear what you're thinking as far as this game.
Yeah. The game for the Orioles to win was probably yesterday. Baz gave them a great chance to win. Shane Baz struck out 10, basically dominated the Yankees. Rodon gave us a chance to win and kept us in there. And then obviously, the Orioles pen is not the Yankees pen, so it's going to shift over here. Chris Bassett's just not that good, current form. Well, Warren, he hasn't been great here. But man, the Orioles just can't beat the Yankees. I think this is a cheap price on the Yankees here. And if you don't like the Yankees, take the over here because I think Yankees are doing what they need to do to win. If another team ends up scoring runs, they somehow end up scoring runs here. I think that this is a Yankee spot or over spot here. Both pitchers haven't been great form here, but again, I was actually not optimistic, a little pessimistic, I guess would be the word, on the Orioles bats here. And yesterday showed me everything I need to see. They just had that nice little run against the Rays pitching. Obviously, it's not the Yankee pitching, and they weren't able to capitalize on opportunity that they had to win yesterday. I don't think, obviously, Will Warren is probably an easier pitcher than what they're going to see, than what they saw yesterday. But I don't think Chris Bassett is anything special to give them a chance to win here. The Yankees' offense, as bad as they've been, there's a couple green spots here. And you know what the green spots are? Slugging, power, and home runs, and walks. That just does not spell good for. That's kind of how the Yankees score runs: home runs, and walks. Right? They don't. They're not hitting for average. They're not putting guys on plays, just keeping it runs. Sometimes they have those games here, but they're not going to do that. And if you're a pitcher that's struggling in those areas, the Yankees will take advantage of it. Give me the Yankees here.
All right. So I have an edge on both of these, and I'm trying to decide between which one here.
What do you got?
This game, full game over 9, or
Yeah.
the first 5 over 5. I'm trying to decide between that because part of me wants the Orioles bullpen, but then again, I don't really want the Yankees bullpen.
No.
So it's almost leaning me more towards just the first 5.
Here's the thing about
Runner-up
the
5.
Here's another thing about the Yankees. They score most of their runs in like 1 or 2 innings, and then they just don't score. So if you think that they're gonna get to Bassett, they'll probably put up a good amount early. Because they're not just a team that's gonna they just put up crooked numbers across the whole box score. It's just not gonna happen.
Right.
They put up a big crooked number maybe in like 1 or 2 innings, and then they kind of flatten out.
I think that's what I'm going to go with, man. I'm not a big. I really don't do a lot of first 5 overs.
Yeah.
But I think I am here. I know that number seems big, but this number, it just tells you that there's going to be runs here. As far as the weather here is actually going to be nice. It's going to be hot. Let me see what they got. Let me see what. Yeah, it's going to be hot. The wind's blowing out. Looks like to right center field. It's actually nothing strong, but I mean, it is blowing out though. Yeah, man, I think I'm going to end up rolling with the first 5 over 5 here for this one. Glad we were able to talk that one out there.
Yeah, I think that's
chat. Go ahead.
I think that's good. I mean, we were able to get a couple runs off of Bob's, but for the most part, I mean, he was shut down. I don't think but Bassett's just not going to do that to us. Warren also hasn't been that great. Maybe the Orioles, struggle a little. I mean, maybe the Orioles kind of get some bats going again early here. I think if I were to pick one, I'd do like the first 5 over too.
Cool. Well, chat, if there's any other games you want us to break down, make sure to go ahead and throw them in the chat for us. The last scheduled game we have is the Brewers versus the Mariners. Brewers, small home favorite here, minus 120, got a total of 7. Everybody probably knows by now the Brewers
BTA.
yeah.
They BTA.
Yeah, that
Go
was
ahead and put that in the Urban Dictionary if you don't know what BTA stands for.
that was a rough one. If actually you are a Mariners fan. That was one we talked about on the show. I said I wanted the Mariners. I mean, I said I wanted the Brewers. For some reason, that was the one I left off. So, yeah, we, yeah. So anyway, yeah. But now to this game.
Wait, is this the accounting term?
Right. Yeah. First off, before I give anything out, I do not like to back teams after they've scored a bunch of runs. Like actually that. I do not like to. So I'm going to start just go ahead and saying that. On the mound, though, we got Logan Gilbert going for the Mariners, 9-7 on the season, 3.28 ERA, 0.99 WHIP. His overall has been pitching pretty good. Then for Dustin May, 6-7 on the season, 4.13 ERA, 1.25 WHIP. But since coming over here to the Brewers, he has been pitching very well. Like I talked about, I think his last start, he's actually been pitching well. Like I said, he had that back tightness or whatever, where he had to leave a game, and then they sat him out a game. And ever since then, like he's actually pitched well. But especially being on this Brewers team, he has pitched well. This line is where it is, I think, because people don't like to back a team after they just won like that. I think the Brewers should actually be a larger favorite here. I think May. I may also be higher on May than actually a lot of people are. Which actually that has really changed because I used to really not be. But I am currently the Brewers bullpen. you have to love it. I mean, and like they obviously didn't have to use any big arms. Mariners simply are not a good road team versus one of the best home teams, and then overall the best team in the league here. Like I said, I hate doing this, but at this price on the Brewers, I just have to back them here, man. Give me the Brewers on the full game line here.
Yeah, I honestly just brought this up to hear your talks because I need someone to talk me off ledges with the Mariners. No, this is a tough one here because if the Mariners are going to bounce back, it's going to be with their guy Logan Gilbert here. He's usually the get right guy, I would say. As far as pitching is concerned, I feel like he's the most consistent on their team where you know what you're going to get out of him. Brian Wu has that weird roam to home stuff going on. Miller, we know, just hasn't been good. And then they've been kind of rotating guys in and out back then. But I think this is their guy that they trust to kind of get the ship going right. Uh, I don't think it's much so that I think Gilbert is really pricing this. I think you're getting a Gilbert price here, personally.
Okay.
He's been pitching really well as of lately. A guy that I've been looking to back more. He's just been getting the job done. I mean, he pitched really good against the Yankees. Let me see. I'm pulling up his last start. He pitched. He's been pretty solid against the Rays, the Twins, the Tigers. Like he's been just getting the job done and putting his chance of team to win here. The Brewers team kind of exploded yesterday. But then obviously they start putting position players in, and the number it's outrageous for no reason, which might be some fuel for this Mariners team here. Just to kind of want to BTA them, as I would say. So I might be leaning at over 7 here.
Over 7. Okay.
Yeah. Because if you're saying the Brewers are going to stay hot, I think the Mariners are going to come back for a little revenge here. And I think that's going to lead us to an over 7. And I usually hate doing this as well.
Interesting.
I usually hate doing this as well because when teams explode like that, it's usually an under. But only one team really kind of exploded. The other team put up 0.
Oh.
Right?
It was just yeah.
So I'm sure the Mariners are not going to take it lightly. Julio Rodriguez had that clip, made it even look even worse. There, he looks straight up dumb.
That was rough.
But yeah, like that stuff happens. Like you mentally get checked out. You're like, well, I just want to go home, right? Hey, whatever. But I think today's a different game here. Again, Kyle Harrison pitched very well. Then they put in "Don't mess with the Johan." So they stay with the lefty. I think here in this sense, I think I'm gonna go with over 7. I think that's my best bet here. I just really wanted to hear what you said here, and I know you're backing the Brewers here. I might end up going with the Brewers here, but Gilbert is a guy I want to back more. I just don't think this is a good spot for him. Brewers are hot. I think the Mariners are. I don't know. I'll just throw away yesterday's game for them.
Makes sense.
Give me the over 7 here.
I feel you there. Yeah, and yeah, like I said, guys, this is a bet I really don't even want to make, but
You want to know what it is too? It's like normally when these blowups happen, it's usually like a bullpen day the next day or something like that's like okay, easy to read. Like now you're getting like 2 really good pitchers,
right.
and it's like okay, what do I do here? You kind of throw out all the other stuff. It's hard.
Also, one of the things because I was thinking like this line's weird, but Brewers are one of those teams that have kind of for having the best record in baseball.
Yeah,
I feel like they've been kind of the books have not been giving them those like big lines.
answer me a question here. And this might take the whole team out of it, right? Take teams out of this. If I tell you to pick a pitcher, Logan Gilbert or Dustin May, who are you taking as your pitcher? Just who do you want to throw you a game?
I mean, I'm going to take Gilbert.
And that's where my problem is here, right? Because I'm the same way. I think Gilbert, like he's not that dominant ace that a team has, but he's a really good number two, and he has his ace days, right? Obviously, there's next level guys who are like dominant aces, and he's kind of like right there, like underneath. He never puts it all together where he could just
Right.
dominate the whole season, but he's there. Like he's a step below these guys. He's like a good ace on his good days, and he's a solid like any team will take him as their number two. And that's where I'm struggling here with this game because Gilbert is going to give them a chance to win, and I know that.
That's why when you said that, I'm like thinking long term.
Yeah,
Like I'm thinking larger sample size when you say that. But for this game, for me, when you're looking at pitchers, I'm looking at the actual short term. I'm looking at what Dustin May is doing currently.
yeah,
So that's why my answer is different from that compared to what this specific
that
game
makes sense. Yeah,
is. Um, so that's kind of where I'm going there. But yeah, if you're gonna be on the Mariner side, fresh, just like anybody out there, like I can understand why. But that's just one of those games. Matter of fact, kind of all my plays today are those weird ones that it's like, I really don't want to do this.
well, today is that weird day. I feel like I'm just looking at all the games here, right? A lot of weird stuff happened like yesterday, and now you're getting a weird day. Like normally, if things were lining up, this would be okay. Think things have been like, getting a little weird as of lately,
Yeah.
or a little off the numbers, I would say.
They've
Um,
definitely been off. Yeah,
yeah,
the past actually couple weeks, like we've been saying, which is normally honestly a really good time for
yeah,
us. These past couple weeks have definitely been a little weird.
yeah, and that's
Um,
why there's a little hesitation here, I would say, for some stuff.
but chat, is there anything else you want us to break down? We still haven't had any other games thrown in the chat. While we're waiting on that, Nick, I know you threw out a free play on actually Twitter about a game coming up here in actually about a half hour. Do you want to just kind of go over that?
Yeah, man. This is my team A here. I mean my team B here. I just they've been making me some money here. I've been talking about them a lot. You guys watch my shows. You guys know I've been on this team. Padres, man. They Tatis is leading this team. When that power is on, things are going great. Their pitching has always been pretty consistent for the most part. Um, you know, when this team is hitting, uh, they're one of the best teams up there, and I think it's a cheap price here today. I know King hasn't been that great. Um, I know that Tatis kind of robbed a grand slam yesterday. The game could have been a little differently.
That was a nice play.
Yeah, and apparently he tweeted for the first time in 3 years. So he's feeling good about himself, and I think that's the best version of Tatis is when he's feeling good and he's not thinking. Right, he's just going up to the plate, swinging first pitch fastball, right? That's what he does. That's the best version of Tatis that you're gonna get. When all the outside noise isn't affecting him, and he's just going up there and playing ball, and that's what he's doing. And I think that's really affecting this team. Like, Ketel Marte is kind of affecting it negatively. Well, when Tatis is like this, he's kind of affecting the team positively, in a way, because he's like one of those unsung leaders on the team, right? You might not hear about him, but I think when he's playing at this level, it affects the whole team. And you're getting good games. Everyone, Machado hit a home run yesterday. They're just playing good ball. The bullpen is obviously awesome. And give me the Padres here. Again, it's a cheap price. I'm not a big fan of this Mets bullpen. Robert Stock, he hasn't really pitched great. Actually, he's pitched great in 2 starts and had one really bad start. Right.
That's
I don't know which version of him. I have to see more. Right. He
that's
has
the
a he,
only reason I stayed off this game because he's pitched both those really good games at
yeah.
home, and actually that's where he is here. So that is the only thing that actually kept me off of this game.
Yeah, but I mean, he faced the good games he faced were the Nationals and the Marlins. I think he kind of got the Nationals when they were falling out for a little bit,
Yeah,
and the Marlins he got them also when they've been a little shaky here, and the Pirates lit him up. Hasn't really faced some of these hitters. I would say that on like these kind of hitters that the Padres kind of throw at you, right? These guys, they'll come up there to put the ball out, right? Like they got some power hitters. They're working counts. They're gonna make you work. These are some professional hitters, and they've been showing it. People gotta start buying in on these Padres team, man. Because all they really need, I'll tell you right now, if this lineup is consistently making them work, all they need is some top level starting pitching, and they'll be right there with some of these other teams. Because I really do like their lineup. When Tatis is going, when Machado's going, when Merrill's going, all these other guys kind of contribute in a way. I really do like their lineup. I think they can compete. I'm not going to put them up there with the Dodgers, but I think what separates the Brewers from them is the Brewers have that top level starting pitching. Um, like they have that next level where they could basically dominate the whole game. The Padres don't have that, and that's kind of what's separating them with like them and the Brewers. But that's why I really do like the Padres here because they're just on one of those streaks, man. They're playing good ball.
Yep. Let's see here. We got JJ in the chat. He's asking about Tigers' first 5 plus a half. Isn't that game starting right now?
It just kicked off, yeah.
Okay.
Joby versus Skeens. Honestly, I stayed away from this one. Not enough sample work for me with Joby. We know there've been a lot of blow up stuff about Paul Skeens. Bats have been playing pretty decently as of lately. Tigers bats have been on and off. It's just I think there's too much variance for me in this game. I think that's the best term.
Yep.
I just wanted to stay away from it.
That was Nick, you said that perfect. For me, there is a lot of variance here. Don't know what to expect from actually multiple different things here in this game. So it was a quick toss.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go Tigers, I would just go the Tigers first 5 on the money line because I believe that first 5 you're gonna have to pay some juice for to get the half. So with the amount of variance here, I would just take the plus money. Jermaine, what's going on, man? Glad you can join us. Patty says he doesn't. We're trying here. Okay, everything just got stuck. Yeah, man. Of course. Appreciate you asking the question. Jermaine dropped some of his plays. We're going to go over those super quick. Nico Horner over 1.5 HRR. And then he also likes the guy, Tatis, for 3 plus.
You know what, too? You know what's funny about that? Because I brought it up in the stream yesterday, right? I said the Padres were right there. Tatis hit one to the wall. What does this guy do? He hits 400-footer the next day. Oh, man. But yeah, obviously I talked about it. I love Tatis today.
Yep. Then he also has Clay Holmes over 16.5 outs. So those are Jermaine's plays. Patty says that he doesn't know about any games, but he says he needs a home run parlay.
All right. Let's give him one.
As far as home runs today, as far as your best park is going to be actually in that Yankees and actually Orioles game. But close behind that is going to be the Dodgers and Rockies, of course, at Coors Field. Cardinals and Reds game should not be bad. The Phillies game should have, I'm pretty sure that's decent weather there, so that's going to be good. But those are your top ones. But especially the Yankees O's and the Dodgers Rockies, those are your best ones. And I know who I'm going with. So I'm going to go ahead and go here. Nick, I got to shout out Craig. Craig is not in the chat currently. I know because actually like me and Craig talked. So I know he's not here, but I know he will be watching this later on this afternoon though. So I got to shout out to him because he gave me a little something and he was like, this guy, this is going to be the sneaky guy to actually hit a home run today. And actually, then I looked.
Talking about.
Do what?
I think I know who you're talking about.
Actually, then I looked into it, and sure enough, the matchup here for him is actually really good. The number considering the matchup and then the weather is it's actually great. We're gonna go with Colton Cowser. You can get him at over plus 500 to actually smack one to a day. So that's what I'm going to go with there. And that is a nice assist from Craig.
Okay. I thought you were gonna go with Kobe Mayo, but Colin Cowser does have sneaky pop. I will say
Yep.
that. Man, I am really wanting to jump back into the guy I had yesterday. He hit one. I'm gonna say it was a home run. I
Yeah.
know there's a.
Right.
I could show you guys. I did some in-depth homework on this, and I think we got cheated on the home run. You guys want? I can show you it. Well, I don't know. I've been chasing it a couple of days here. Of course, I'll probably always hit one on that third day. Um, hmm, who do I want to go with? I think it's another guy that I've been trying to get right. I've been trying to get right. Kind of kicks off in a little bit here. I think they need him to get right for a little offense. Um,
Ben Rice.
well, no, but that would be nice. It's actually in this Braves game. Ronald Acuna. Um, I think they need him to kind of get going here. He's been hitting the ball. Just there hasn't been a home run here. I mean, he's had a home run in the past week or so. I think he gets one today. Give me Ronald Acuna here. Colin Cowser, Ronald Acuna. I don't mind Ben Rice, but he's been in a weird slump.
Yeah.
I kind of like some other guys in the Yankees other than Ben Rice. I think I like Spencer Jones today, but I'm not gonna give him up. But you guys could play him.
So what does that parlay give us?
Yeah, it's a nice paying one. Plus 2814,
Wow.
2,814. Um, that'll get you guys some good money.
But also make sure to play those guys separate as well.
And I think as we're talking about it, no, but Skeens is definitely in a little trouble right here. I don't know what's happening, but I think it's first and second, no outs.
That's how his starts have been going.
But he might have got a double play here. So,
But guys, it is time for our best bets. Before we get into those, if you can smash that like button, guys, it really helps us out. And then if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. So you make sure so you can know when we go live and actually when all of our other content drops. We do have some really good content dropping this afternoon. We have a video from Nick going over, I believe, some nice wide receiver steals. I believe is that correct?
Yep.
Um,
Fantasy wide receiver steals. No, that's how you win. That's how you win fantasy, right? It's really those back end rounds, and knowing when to kind of get these guys. So these are kind of some guys that you might get judged for taking them. I'm not gonna lie. But if you could find a pinpointed spot, I think these guys will have a great season. There's a lot of factors with that, but watch the video.
Yep. That's going to be out early this afternoon. And then later this afternoon, we have our full season preview of the Seattle Seahawks. This was a really fun one. So definitely make sure to check out that. There is a lot of good information. Hint, hint, hint. There's a lot of good information there. So yeah, I'm just going to say that. There is something dropped in there that you definitely want. So yeah, just gonna let you take that hint. But for best bets, we actually told y'all this week we were gonna start tracking them. We actually wanted them officially tracked. We actually know like they've been doing well. Like actually everybody knows that. Like it's but we wanted to be officially tracked. And of course, since we've been officially tracking, Nick has had a couple, like I said, very good reads. Just haven't came through. But we said there would be a graphic. So today we do have that graphic for the first time. So got to put it up. So those are the best bet records, and obviously those are only from this week. So today, Nick, I'm gonna let you go first, so I don't take one of yours. So, Nick, the floor is yours.
Man, as when we first talked to Yankees, it was over 9, right? I'm not tripping. It was a
It's
9.5.
9 or either 9.5. It's just kind of depending.
I
Like
just
on,
okay. So FanDuel just changed to 9.5 because I was like, that's a weird number.
I was about to say
It
because
wasn't
actually,
clicking with me.
because like half the books like still have 9.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I give it out as a free play. Why not making my best bet here? I feel confident in them. Give me the Padres money line. They're coming out here winning games. They're gonna make the playoffs. I know they are. Give me the Padres here.
Nick trying to get on board this week with the Padres. For myself, we are going to go back to that Yankees and Orioles game, guys. We're going to take the first 5 over 5 runs. Best number you can get currently on that is -120. Yeah, so we're going to do with Yankees, Orioles, first 5 over 5 runs. Best bets for today, Wednesday, August 19th. Jermaine, what you saying here, man? Kyler Murray is too short. Oh no, that's not what you said. Kyler Murray's been a top 7 quarterback every year except for last year. Yeah,
I like
yeah,
that.
no.
He's a guy you should target late. You could probably get him later in the rounds. I would say he won't fall as I think people obviously do their homework, but I think you could get him like after the first tier of quarterbacks go, like the Josh Allen's, Jalen Hurts, Mahomes kind of crew. Um, Obviously those will go first, but I think you could get him in that middle tier of quarterbacks.
You know what? I'm gonna do something right now. It's gonna be one of those moments where we say, "Fuck it," and actually we're gonna go ahead and actually announce something now. Like I said, I had not planned on doing it, but guys, during the football season, Sunday mornings we will be live. That will be live to break down any actually games. We will be talking fantasy to make actually sure that that your fantasy lineups are all set, and then we will be building a touchdown parlay. That's going to be every Sunday morning, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we may be doing something similar. Like I said, not sure who the cast is going to necessarily be, but I think we're going to try to do something very similar on actually Saturdays for actually college football also. So when actually, like we've been saying, there's going to be a lot of content coming to you. We were not lying. There's going to be a lot of content coming to you.
Yeah.
Jermaine, yeah. Those actually Sunday morning shows I think are going to be good for actually just kind of everybody. And like I said, Sunday mornings, we're not going to focus on one thing. It's going to be, like I said, actually like a parlay. It's actually going to be fantasy. It's going to be game bets. It's like going to be it's going to be everything. So, yeah, just wanted to go ahead and drop that for y'all. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for us today. Like I said, a lot of content coming out this afternoon. A lot of very good content coming out this afternoon. Nick, anything else you would like to say?
Man, let's have a great hump day Wednesday. Let's cash some bangers. And hopefully I got on the best bet board, man. I'm tired of getting these bad beats. I will catch you guys tomorrow.
Yeah. Hit that subscribe button, guys. That really helps us out. We have a goal that we are trying to reach it by a certain time. And if we do, that only helps y'all out more. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you are already subscribed, make sure to hit that like button for us. That also really helps. But until we see you tomorrow, let's fucking win. Later, guys.